serious? Like, that's why I'm here? Like, I swear I came here to see Shaggy. But hey, I learned something more. But that's the fact of the matter, right? We're kind of oblivious to this kind of stuff. We're oblivious to these things until it's given to us through entertainment or shown to us on the news. And that's the same about Korean American experience. So, I noticed that some of you, even though I can't really see well, it's not my eyes, it's the light, that some of you are Korean American here, but a lot of you guys aren't. And to no fault of your own, that kind of makes you a bit oblivious to the Korean American experience. But don't worry, because Korean American experiences are very similar to other, ethnic experiences as well. So hopefully tonight's show will be a fun way to see Korean, which means Korean American, experience really unfold as entertainment, as news, so you guys can connect with us. And if you are Korean American, you can kind of see your lives on display, but obviously in way funnier, because your lives might be miserable. I don't know, I'm sorry. But yeah. Thank you. Yeah, see, if it gets awkward, remember to laugh louder. Thank you. But this is going to be an enlightening experience, simple as that. And speaking of enlightening experiences, I'm just going to make a smooth transition here into talking about Korean saunas. Who here's been to a Korean sauna? That's a lot of naked people right there. Okay, so Korean saunas, right? That's let's just say you can tell a lot about a person by the way they dress. Clearly, I just came from a job or something, even though I'm supposed to be hosting a show. It tells you a lot about that person. But also, how fast they undress also tells you a lot about the person. And it tells you a lot about a group of people, an entire country of people who can just get butt naked and go into a tub that is clearly way too hot. And you just go in, you're like, this is so nice, and you come in fully cooked as a lobster or something, It's so hot. But these Korean saunas have special quirks. They have these trends. Koreans are all about trends, I don't understand. They're always bored, so they come up with something. But they have these quirky little towel head ram thing. Don't ask me why, there's no purpose, okay? It just looks better when you're taking selfies, really. But thank you, little girl. I'm gonna put the mic down, and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so it's you just roll it up, and you clearly there's no purpose to this. Someone just was so bored when they went with their honey to their thing. But it makes me feel pretty good. Do you feel good? Yeah? I feel like dancing. I feel like we should have a dance break right now. Yeah? All right. You guys asked for this, so dance break. Hold on, let me catch my breath. What were we talking about? I don't even remember. butt naked, enlightening experience, dance break, we just did that. Oh, okay, more about saunas. So, we're not over, trust me. Korean saunas are not just for Koreans. So if you guys have been there before, and you're not Korean, then obviously you know you're there. But the best part about these saunas are non-Koreans. And, yeah, okay, let me just tell you a little story. Last week, I went to WeSpa. I don't know if you guys have been there before, but it's like a palace of relaxation, but filled with other naked people, right? You know? And so I went in, and there's like, it separates, if you've never been, I'm about to give you like a really detailed tour. There's women's and there's men's. And so obviously I went into the women's. I went to the women's, made that mistake before, and to the women's, and I saw this group, just this group of white women, of Caucasian ladies, and they were all kind of like huddled, just like, oh my God, like why is everyone naked? You know? And then one woman was like, what do you mean you get butt naked? Like, oh my God, like butt naked? And then this one lady just comes, just rips her towel off from her body. It's a white lady, she's the leader. Clearly the wolf, like pack alpha female. It was clearly her idea too. She was like, hey, my coworkers, my Korean coworkers, always bring me here every Friday, we relax, and I got all these free coupons, so I'm gonna take all my white friends and really give them a good taste of Korean culture. And these women were clearly freaked out. And that's why I just walked past them naked. I was like, hey, welcome to the Korean sauna. You guys should get in the tub. It's really cool. It's fine. But then, yeah, these are the best parts about going to a Korean sauna. Because people look like they're cheap to slaughter. They look really comfortable, maybe too comfortable to be there. I don't know if you guys ever met those people who are like, suck. And you're like, wait, this is the co-ed area. Why are you naked? Like, there's clothes. Like, they give you clothes. They're like, oh, clearly I don't need any. And you're like, okay, well, security. But speaking of that, so in Korean saunas, they have like different levels. So it's like, imagine a Costco warehouse, and instead of free food, there's just really expensive food. And they're just different levels. So the bottom level would be like bathtubs with naked people. And if that's not your thing, it has to be your thing because you're there. And then the second level is this huge, like, open space for co-ed people to meander, to loiter around, to sleep, to lounging. It's a lounge room, that's the word I was looking for. And if you guys been there, they give you the shorts, they give you the shirt, they give you the towel, and you put the ram's horn, and I don't know. And then you get there, and there's like blankets, mats, and pillows, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And there's like these mats, and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna grab one mat, and it's kind of awkward because you don't know if it belongs to anyone. And you're like, steal this one, and then you're like scavenging for pillows, and you're like, where the hell are all the pillows? Like, there's 500 people here, not a single pillow. And then you look to the corner of your eye, and there's a fortress of pillows and blankets and mats that are stacked like 5 high. You're like, who does this belong to? Like, who's building a cat? Like, this is not Game of Thrones, people. Like, who's building this in the corner of a sauna? And Hymenes are. If you guys don't know what Hymenes are, like who Hymenes are, it's Korean for grandmas. And like these ladies, I don't know if they've like lived through all the wars, but they are so comfortable, and they are like alpha females. So like you're like, freaking Harmony, give me one pillow, my child is dying. I don't know, like you're trying to say all these things, but it's all in your mind. Because if you said that out loud, like you have no idea how much you will cry being beaten up by a 70-year-old Korean lady. Okay, so maybe if that's on your bucket list, I say you go to WeSpa. But yeah, but also what's there is food courts, which is my favorite part of the place. And like I said before, it's kind of expensive. But these food courts have Korean food like tteokbokki, ramen, like Seolleongtang. I don't know how fancy your sauna gets, but you know, if they have it. But they always have patbingsu, right? Right? Oh, like, patbingsu is so good! Like, you're there, you're burning, you're just boiled alive, and so you're like, well, I kind of feel like I should get some ice, I should maybe get some sweet stuff. You're like, oh my god, patbingsu, and you go with all your friends, maybe like, you know, they're white or something, and you're just like, oh my god, you guys, patbingsu is gonna be here, it's gonna be so good. And then you look at the price, and you're like, oh, it's the price of my soul. It's so expensive. But then, you know, you're like already there, so you're like, give me 4. And then you just buy it all, and then you're like, give me one from the grandmas, because I don't want a pillow right now, and I don't know how to get it, I don't know how to ask them. Like a sacrifice, like send someone with the patbingsu. They're like, oh, 할머니, we should just like one blanket, please. And they're like, 그냥 넣고 가, like just leave it and go. Like, you know, I mean, that's what harmonies are, pretty much. But see, so now I just painted you a picture. There's non-Koreans there. There's a bunch of Koreans. There's a lot of young Koreans. There's annoying babies. Why I don't understand why they could just be left at home. But you know, they're naked, just everywhere. There's harmonies. So this is like several generations of non-Koreans as well as Koreans here. So it's like the Lion King. It's like a watering hole, and there's like clearly some buffaloes, some giraffes, and they're there and they're having a good time. But the point is, when you go there, it is like a social circle. And when I was there, I saw way too many people that I knew, which happens all the time. Luckily, they weren't naked, because then that'd be the end of my sauna career. But I was there, and this is seriously how it went down. I was like, oh, hi Jenny, like what the heck? Oh my gosh, hi Jenny Kim. Oh my gosh, hi Michelle, hi Grace, hi Jenny Kwan. Like what is going on? And then my sister's in the back like, oh my god, Jenny, oh. And I'm like, wait a minute, like holy crap, how many Jennies do we know? There's Jenny O, there's Jenny Kim, there's Jenny Kwon, there's Jenny Kwok, there's Jenny Lee, Jenny O, Jenny Wong. You know, I mean, there's Jennies everywhere, just all Jennies, right? And it hit me right then and there. I was fully clothed when I had this enlightenment. But it hit me that our parents, right, when they immigrated to the United States, they came, you know, with a dream. They came with maybe $15 in their pockets. And I also found out they came with a short list. A very short list of English names that they're gonna name their kids. I kid you not, I Googled this. This is like the short list that Korean immigrant parents bring over to name their kids, and it goes, let me read to you so I'm specific here. Grace, Jenny, Michelle, and sometimes when they're feeling crazy, Christine. And then on the boy side, they have, this is exactly as it goes, Daniel, David, James, and last but not least, John. Like, I think I just covered half of this audience right now. If you've never met a Daniel Lee, just turn behind you. The percentage of a Daniel Lee being there is very high. But you know, you're just like, what the holy crap, there's so many Jennies that I know here. And that's fine. You know, but some of us have better names. Maybe our parents are more like, America! So name my kid like Albert. You know, sometimes it's unfortunate, you know, you get a name like Eugene. Is there a Eugene in here? I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry for this joke, not your name. But seriously, think with me here, think. How many David Kims do you know? How many Daniel Lees do we know? How many Jenny Kims do we? Sometimes we know a lot of Esthers. I feel like this is what happens is, it's true, a lot of Koreans are, you know, religious, and so I feel like they would just get the English version of the Bible and just flip, and I'd be like, Solomon. Just keep going. And they're like, Grace. I like Grace. I would put Grace down too. And then you get some weird ones where you're like, Hezekiah. And then like you're in class and they're like, is Hezekiah Kwan here? And they're like, yeah. And then you're like, what's your sister's name? Grace. Just Grace. They got lazy by like the third one. But yeah, you know, you're there and you're thinking about this stuff, right? I just asked you how many David Kims do you know, and just like Facebook, you know, you're like looking for a David Kim on Facebook, and you're like, wait, which college did he go to? And you're like UCI, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna type UCI, and there's like 6, and you're like, damn it. Let me look at their profile picture. They're all in the same club. And they have like, oh, go club rushing photo. And you're like, damn it. To click on every single one of them. And they go through their profile photo and be like, oh, that's the one I want, right? But that kind of happens. That happens all the time. Like, if you, for instance, probably you know a lot of these names that I've just said, probably on your iPhones or your Galaxies right now, or HTC, I'm not discriminating. You're going through your contacts list and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to dinner with Jenny Kim. And then you hit J, and again, just Jenny Kim's up the hizzy. And then you're like, I need a solution to this problem. And so what many of us do, this is what I do, is I put like adjectives. I give them nicknames. So when I go through, you know, I know which one I'm talking about. So for instance, if you look at my phone, it says Jenny Short Kim. And then there's Jenny Loud Kim. And then there's Jenny Hella Loud Kim to differentiate between the two really loud Jenny Kims that I know. Right? But that's the thing. I mean, sure, these names aren't really unique, but I've learned that it doesn't faze us. It doesn't faze us Korean Americans. You know, like sure, Googling our names sucks, and you can't find anyone, but more Korean Americans are really using their talents and their skills, right? More Korean Americans are really becoming pioneers in fields like music, like art, like science. You know, no longer are we just math now. You know, we're really pioneering into different areas of expertise, and you know this because, as you heard, there's an East Asian yodeling major, which sounds good to me, but you know, my mom probably really was. That makes no money. But they're standing out. So, for example, I'm gonna give you a good example of this, is, remember we said John Park? There's probably a John Park in here, don't raise your hand. And, for example, is an artist, is John Park, is an artist. There you are, see, look how artistic that is. Like, look at that light. Oh, thank you, PowerPoint. Thanks. All right, so moving on to John Park. So, John Park is actually a painter, a muralist. That's a mural for those who are uneducated. It's a mural. And he's also a teacher. And what we like about him is that his very distinct. His style is very distinct. He has powerful artistry, whatever he does. And he's located out of Venice Beach. And he started off as a classical oil painter. I don't know how his parents agreed to that. But then he was like, this is not enough. Like, I need to express myself. So he became a muralist. He took it even bigger. And one famous work is actually inside of Seoul Sausage. Do you guys know what Seoul Sausage is? Who they are? Seoul Sausage? It's not Seoul Sausage, it's like the capital of Korea, Seoul Sausage. It's a pun. It's a pun, okay? But they're amazing. They're so good. Their wieners are amazing. So if I put it that way, it's weird. But it's like 3 friends, and they actually won the season 3. They won season 3 of the Great Food Truck Race on the Food Network. So this is kind of a big deal, and they've really branched out with the help of Korean Americans and non-Koreans alike. But let's just kind of go into John Park's artistry. Let me educate you right now. So this is another example of his work. You can clearly tell distinct style, powerful artistry, and he has a way of doing it. Like all of his paintings are quite similar, and so let me break it down for you right now. So it starts off with Sharpies. So he like draws a design with Sharpies. He's not naked. He's not in a sauna. He just has his shirt off because artists do that sometimes. And he will put on another layer of acrylic paint, booyah, And see, that's a different, that's a different design. That looks pretty cool too. And he has like specific colors that he likes to use. And then on top of that, he'll draw pictures with charcoal or airbrushing. You see a kid with 3 eyes. I mean, he's an artist, what are you gonna do, right? But it's really cool. Here's another example. You see that? That's so cool. There's so much depth, so much personality in like this.
You call that art? Are you serious? Julia!
What? You can't come up here.
Call this art? Really? This little piece of crap right here?
Oh my god, Julia, where are you going?
Oh my god, there's 2 now.
Why is this? Well, what is this? You said he's painted inside like soul sausage or whatever the heck that is in like other restaurants. Are they just hiring like anybody now at this
Oh
point?
my gosh, Julia, you cannot just come up here and
No,
talk
you
down on
can't.
other people's work. It's John Park's work.
Thank you.
No,
I'm
no.
so sorry.
I'm sorry, and I'm gonna let you finish, but didn't she have the
Oh my
greatest painting of all?
It's true though, but oh my god.
Okay,
Kanye?
can we please get off stage and discuss this later?
No,
Yes, please.
she said that she wanted an open dialogue between her and the audience. So please, let's do it.
You were so difficult sometimes.
I'm so sorry, I actually did say that. I said like a paragraph.
Oh no, we're so sorry.
Open
No, see,
dialogue.
let's discuss. I want to discuss right now.
Fine. You said you wanted to see artwork, so here we are.
This is
I said I wanted to see artwork.
yeah.
Not this. I like really don't even know what this is.
This is
right
a girl
now.
with 4 eyes. This can't be any clearer.
Oh my god. And here I thought I was successful bringing some color and culture to your life.
Color and culture. See, this is not just scribbles on a canvas. Okay, this is John Park. I like had 5 slides on this guy, so clearly he's on a totally different wavelength. That's a really good word. He's on another wavelength that's like not defined by cultural expectations or any of that. I mean, this guy is an actual artist. This is not an artwork. I mean, this is art.
Well, please tell me more.
Julia, what she's saying is that this is so refreshing and unconventional.
Yes.
His work doesn't look like anyone else's, but you can clearly see he's really expressing himself.
Yeah.
It's dark and distinct. It's a beautiful way to express his joy and pain.
Hallelujah.
So you find joy in his pain? What's sadistic about it?
No. It's not about the pain, it's his life story.
Yes.
As Korean Americans, we should be proud of him. We need people who aren't afraid to express themselves, who can challenge themselves, as well as fight stereotypes.
Your friend is leaving the stage.
Hey,
Finally.
Oh.
are you even listening?
What? I'm here, I'm still here.
Okay, that's it. I tried to get you involved with our culture. Sometimes I can't believe we're friends.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? I do that every time I say you.
Okay. This is awkward. This is
Fine
awkward.
by me. That's fine.
Okay, fine. I just hope that one day you'll be able to understand where I'm coming from. Don't be such an uncultured swine. You're looking home.